In this video, we look at Northern Irish politician Sorcha Lucy Eastwood calling out Starmer for not being honest about the appointment of Peter Mandelson. We will also focus on the leadership principles of integrity and trust. Let's get into the details.
Sorcha Eastwood.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker, and indeed, as others have already said, you almost feel like everything has been said at this point, but one thing that strikes me in all of this is that this is called the House of Commons. Our job is to come here and represent the common person. And it is so far removed from the common person, this entire debate. As I said last night, if one of my constituents in Lagan Valley is accidentally overpaid on a benefit, that's clawed back. No matter the cost to that person, the human cost, that's clawed back right away. No questions asked, no special circumstances, and we see that writ large across our public life. And the reason being is because we said that we valued a rules-based, ordered system. We wanted a society that was fair, and we valued integrity, and we valued trust, but more importantly, we wanted to understand that the people that came to this house were going to act in a way that was beyond reproach, that was going to act in a way that they expected everyone else across the UK to behave. Now I have a guy, disabled, accidentally parked in a parking space, didn't have his blue badge displayed, and he's getting hammered. He's getting hammered. Maybe he'll get off, who knows. But we are dealing with a situation where the Prime Minister of the day is now saying that he regrets the appointment of Mandelson. And I'm not going to get into the whys and wherefores of DV and strap and CTC and everything else, because my people in Lagan Valley don't know what that means. And a lot of people are banking on the ordinary man and woman on the street not to know what that means, and to stop being curious and to suspend their expectations, because this is all highfalutin serious stuff and we don't really know what that is. Maybe they did do right, maybe they didn't do right, because they're bamboozled. But I'm going to break it down for them. I would say this to the Prime Minister. What was it about the twice disgraced, paedophile-adjacent, self-styled Prince of Darkness that you found so attractive to put into this plum job, not just of government, but of the United Kingdom on the world stage? What was it, Prime Minister, that appealed to you about Peter Mandelson? We still don't have the answer.
No.
We still don't have the answer.
No.
But all I know is that my constituents are disgusted with all of this.
Yeah.
And this isn't the first time, it's not the second time, it's not the third time. It has been going round in a merry-go-round, no matter who it is. And I'm really glad that the member for Liverpool West Derby is in the chamber, because he has worked tirelessly to make sure that issues at the nub of this, the duty of candour, the obligation to be honest with the public, let alone your colleagues and the entire administration. And yet we're telling families that they can't access documents for another 100 years due to technicality? How am I making that make sense to them? And I am indignant, and I am outraged. And a lot of people in this building are expecting us to no longer be outraged. We'll be outraged. Because if we can't prove that this works, we know he's going to step into the shadows. We know he's going to be out there setting the algorithms. We know who is going to be preying on the carcass of what was a once great democracy. And we've seen other democracies fail. Let's not fool ourselves that the UK is immune from this. And the number one thing we can do within our gift is to show that we still value integrity. And for those reasons, there is not a single excuse that this government can come up with that I can sell to my constituents or myself that I will believe. And for those reasons, I believe that the Prime Minister needs to go, not just for his own party, but more importantly, for the sake of the country.
Yeah.
As we listen to questions and answers in the Commons about the Mandelson case, it feels like all political jargon and legalistic terms that mean nothing to the common people. It feels as if it's about how to protect the powerful while pulling the wool over the people's eyes. Although it is clear, there's nothing to see here. Is the House of Commons not about representatives representing their constituents, representing the people's interests, not the personal interests of the elected representatives? And with that representation should come the expectation that these individuals would lead with integrity so that the people can trust them. Not blindly, but because they lead in a way that upholds that public trust. Leaders should abide by the same rules and laws just like everyone else. There should not be one rule for the powerful and another rule for the rest of the people. We need leaders who believe in fairness and integrity, leaders with values who are trustworthy, leaders whose reputation is beyond reproach, which shows that they can be trusted. We need leaders who are willing to set good examples for everyone in the nation to follow. Your duty as a leader is to be accountable and honest with the people you serve. Integrity and trust must guide every leader we choose. Support only those who show real integrity in their actions and who earn our trust through honest conduct. Make sure your voice backs leaders who put these principles first. If you have benefited in any way from this video, please subscribe, like, share, and be sure to leave us a comment.